I'm Pete the Temp. This is a poem about 9/11. I'm here at Passing Clouds, and I wrote this for Lyrically Challenged and London Truth Action and Truth Rising. Here we go. Quiet on set. Lights. Camera. Action. Unlike most movies, this one starts with an explosion. A patriotic blockbuster, a Spider-Man setting. You can almost hear the history books being written. Nothing unites an audience better than war. Nothing unites an audience better than war. Nothing unites an audience better than war. This is a truth that is stranger than fiction. Backdraft in elevators, bodies burnt up, skin hanging off them. There's a bomb in Building 7. Did I just hear you say there's a bomb in Building 7? 3,000 families traumatized by grief. Fathers, mothers, sisters, orphans. We've just had reports of another explosion. Hi, honey, I just want you to know that I love you. I love you so much. I'm at work and a plane has hit the building. I don't know if I'm going to be all right. Tell the kids I love them. Question: why were there countless reports ignored of secondary explosions on multiple floors? The truth is always the first casualty of war. But when we pause, look around us, and when the dust has settled, balls of molten steel can be seen on the floor. Where do they come from? The experts assure us from thermite explosions, which poses another question. Why do thousands of architects demand investigation, alleging they fell in controlled demolitions? Structural engineers have been examining the evidence. They say buildings that size cannot fall within seconds. The truth is explosives, shattering shards of implications and questions. From the pilots, scholars, media for truth, the veterans, architects, engineers for truth, all of them conclude from the data analysed that the Pentagon was not hit with a Boeing 757. Question: why have so many key witnesses died in suspicious circumstances and apparent suicides? The words of poet David J. somehow seem relevant. They have the ability to kill you whilst making it look like an accident. Listen to me, you're coming home tonight. Darling, you don't understand. People are jumping from windows here. Questions remain unanswered to the Commission. Revelations of obstruction and misinformation. Fighter jets were not scrambled to the skies. Commissioners resigning. Allegations of lies and questions. Is it just coincidence that Bush's younger brother just so happened to be on the board of directors for the company that did the electronic security for the World Trade Center? And if that isn't spooky enough, the airport where one of the planes took off, the security was controlled by, you guessed it, there is no question. Why did the owner of the World Trade Center alter the insurance policy 3 months prior to the attacks and attach a clause that stipulated that in the event of its destruction, they had the rights to rebuild it? And what's more, they insured for acts of terrorism. These towering rumors cannot be ignored. Honey, I'm in the World Trade Center. There's been an explosion and there's smoke real bad. I love you. Take care of Caitlin. Question: why do anthrax attacks lead back to the military and financial transactions to shareholder complicity? Why did Bush and Cheney refuse to testify while we rely on torture from the CIA? Question: why did Trade Center Building 7 collapse? Could it just possibly have to do with the fact that it contains the case files of corporate fraud investigations, Enron, WorldCom, theft in the multiple of billions of dollars? A controlled explosion? This is sounding like a history lesson. I don't have time to explain. This is a poem, right? Check it out on YouTube when you get home tonight. The truth, it clings like a bloodied wet dress, revealing an ugly body of evidence. The truth that lies at the bottom of the well, and it can't stay there long before beginning to smell. And these shell-shocking rumours have grave implications. This is a truth that is stranger than fiction. Yes, this is a truth that is stranger than fiction. They say a lie is halfway round the world before the truth has got its boots on. Cut! End of scene 1. But that was just the trailer. This film's only just begun. Brought to you in association with the Pentagon. America was given the wrong end of the stick and started to swing it violently around its head. Oil plus weapons plus war equals money. Halliburton's got his hands upon the cookie pot. Oil plus weapons plus war equals money. Halliburton's got his hands upon the piggy bank. And they call this Homeland Security. But let's not get hung up with conspiracy theories, like Iraq was linked to the Taliban. Seriously, or Iraq has weapons of mass destruction, or they need Operation Iraqi Freedom. This time hundreds of thousands of civilians, fathers, mothers, sisters, orphans. We've just had reports of another explosion. We've just had reports of another explosion. We've just had reports of another explosion. The controlled demolition of Middle Eastern nations. This isn't war, this is organised murder. The animal howl that comes from a mother's mouth is the same the whole world over. Children given over to generations of vengeance. This is a truth that is sicker than fiction. This is a truth that is sicker than fiction. From New York Wiki TV reports to Iraqi information desert fox, suckling from the nipple of the Rupert Murdochracy, selling us war like they're Hollywood movies. Trauma-based mind control, the politics of fear, mimetic warfare waged with airwaves. Here are my twin towers to the corporate media that seeks only money, not the truth of the matter. And here are my twin towers to Death Star government that takes our money and invests it in bloodshed. So next time you pass by a library or a bookstore, take one of Tony Big Liar's memoirs and stick it in the crime section. We won't pay for bombs while they're cutting our funding. A bomber plane is theft, not a hospital wing. So let's replace apathy with civil disobedience, solidarity with protesters outside Parliament Square. And there is this giant falling penny. And Nellie, the elephant, is still in the room, and she's not going to pack her trunk. They say a lie is halfway round the world before the truth has got its boots on. But the truth has got its boots on. Yes, the truth has got its boots on. Armed with information and critical thinking, this is a truth that is stronger than fiction. This is a truth that is stronger than fiction. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they attack you, then you win. No army can stop, yes, no army can stop an idea whose time has come. And we can direct this story's closing scene. We are the actors of our own happy endings. Truth, justice, peace, reconciliation. That would be a movie worth watching. Cut! Thank you.